runs, 7 walks. It's tough to overcome most days.
Yeah, 10 runs is more than you would expect any offense to overcome. We actually had some decent at bats. We hit some balls hard. We got some hits. We scored some runs. Kind of kept the pressure on them. But again, 10 runs is tough to overcome.
After that first inning, it looked like Verlander really settled in. What do you think got him off track?
He looked real good, actually. I thought he was going to go deep into the game and keep putting zeros up. We kind of hit a roadblock. And quite frankly, I just think it was location. I think he started center cutting some pitches that a good offensive team took advantage of.
If you think it's location, the stuff is there, obviously. In your mind, is that something easy to fix? You know what I mean? Like, as far as what's behind the struggle, if it's just location, nothing to worry too much about.
I mean, it's not like there's an injury or something, so that's not what we're talking about. It was just a matter of missing location, and they took advantage of it. And the truth is, you can miss location on a given day, and they pop the same pitches up. But today they didn't. Today they hit it hard. So, and like I said, it is a very good offensive team.
It seems like we ask you about J.D. Martinez day in and day out, but with another home run today, and I think he has 10 homers now in the last 12 games. How impressive is this kind of consistency that he's hitting with?
Well, he's been very impressive for the last month or so. I can go back to the White Sox series in Chicago where he kind of went from really struggling to really hot, and he's kind of been hot since then. We'll ride it as long as we can.
Can you talk just a little bit about where you are? It's 41 and 40, and this is the statistical halfway point, even though you've got a couple week and a half till the All-Star game. Just what you've seen from the team, what your overall impression is of to this point.
I think we've had spells where we had trouble scoring runs. We had that 2 runs or less, 30-something times, I guess, at this point. And more recently, we scuffled a little bit with our pitching in the last couple of weeks. Pitching hasn't been as sharp. But again, it's a 162-game season, and this is 81 games. So we got 81 to go. That's a long time.
Brad, you have won 3 straight series. Are you starting to see some more consistency overall in your play?
We didn't win 3 straight series. We just got swept by the Pirates.
Pardon me, 3 or 4.
Yeah. Well, I think we've swung the bats a little bit better, but we got to continue to do it. At 81 and 80, that's not going to cut it in any division. So we got a trip to Seattle here for 3 games, and we'll try and win the series there. We won the series against the Blue Jays. You never want to lose the last game of a series. If you win the first 2, you'd like to get the sweep, but sweeps are tough to get. We won the series against the Blue Jays. Now we'll go to Seattle and we try to win the series there. That's the goal every series, is to win the series. If we do that the rest of the way, we'll be in great shape.
Right, it seemed like Verlander had a pretty good breaking ball going there. He was able to put it where he wanted to be. Was the feel for that, or was it adjustment?
His curveball was very good from the start. His slider, I thought, he was slowing his arm down a little bit in the first inning, but made a nice adjustment in the second inning. He started getting some swings and misses with it. Again, I don't know that his curveball, that they made any adjustments, or that his curveball was any different, other than I think his pitches were more in the middle of the plate as opposed to being towards the edges.
I don't know if you can answer this because I don't know what you expected, but through 4 starts, when you thought about JV, is this kind of where you thought he'd be as far as just stuff and outing, or better or worse?
I don't know that I had any benchmark expectations. I think there's some positives in the velocity, and the breaking balls have looked good, but really the end result hasn't been as good as we'd like. So that being said, Ver's not going to sit on his hands. He's going to try and make it. I promise you he'll be ready for the next start, and he'll have every incentive to be Justin Verlander.
Justin had to dial it up to 95 or 96, I think, 5 times in that first inning. Do you think that contributed to what happened at all in the fifth?
I don't know. He threw 95 in the last inning as well, so I don't know if it did.
The All-Star results for the fan voting come out later today, Brad. Can you just kind of look back on when you went, I believe it was Boston, where you played in the All-Star game, and just kind of like what you remember about that and what that means to a player?
Well, I didn't get voted in. That was back when the manager selected.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the one feeling I remember having is that every player should experience this because it's so much fun to be a part of it. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen, and I guess if everyone did experience it, it wouldn't be as special of an occasion. But you know, it's the one All-Star game I made. I was a Detroit Tiger. I had a blast. I grew up watching games in Fenway as a kid, so there was a little bit of sentimentality there. But I thoroughly enjoyed the experience.
You would assume that JD, maybe Iglesias, Cespedes, as far as when the manager ends up picking.
You know, I don't know. Well, the reserves are picked by the players now. Yeah, so I'm not sure. You know, I could venture a guess. I think Iggy would probably get in there, but I don't know. Cespedes certainly has a shot. I think JD is extremely deserving, although he's gotten hot late, which sometimes hurts in the voting. But of course, there's always that 5-man fan vote. And you see it every year. Somebody gets injured just before an All-Star game, and they have to be replaced, and the manager can select somebody. So we'll see. I think they're all worthy candidates, as well as David Price, actually.
Brad, I know you guys got more games to go, but talking about that also, how good can it be for guys who don't go there to have time to refresh?
Well, it's the real kind of one vacation you have during a 7.5-month stretch of basically coming to either your spring training complex or a stadium on a daily basis. So it is nice. It gives you a chance to separate yourself from the game and take a mental breather more than anything else.
We alluded to it pregame, but Seattle's got a bunch of hot-hitting lefties. You plan on addressing that bullpen with adding another lefty by chance?
If you had let me get to the end of this, I would have told you. We optioned Drew Verhagen, and Ian Kroll is joining the club.
Obviously, with Drew, just an opportunity for him to get more work in the relief spot. Is he going back to Double-A?
Toledo. Yeah.
Just an opportunity for him to get more work in the bullpen?
Yeah, and it had nothing to do with today. This had been decided ahead of time, knowing what Seattle's lineup looks like. We knew we needed the other left-handed arm.